Resident Evil is one of those series people talk about like it's royalty, and I've only played Village or number 8, whichever you want to say, but I keep hearing, oh man, you got to play 4. I'm assuming that's the one with Leon. I'm not 100% sure, but I decided, nah, let me start with 1, and if this video does well, then I'll do number 2, and so on. So after BioShock, I was like, all right, let's run it for Resident Evil. And going in, I had zero idea what this game was. I didn't know anything about this game, but this game caused me to have PTSD and anxiety, so thank you, Capcom, you douchebags. Welcome back to Riddle Replay, and you know the deal. Let's talk about it. Now, real quick, I did play the HD remake. I don't know if that really matters to y'all, but that's the version I did play. And I also want to throw this out there too. I only played as Chris. I never played as Jill. I'm assuming it's the same story, different skin. But if it's not, let me know in the comments if I need to run it back as Jill. And if you guys want to see me do a video on that one, I'll do a video on that one. So starting out, man, you get chased by zombie dogs to this weird mansion out of nowhere, and now you're just stuck. Right out the gate, you know, you start exploring the mansion, and when you see the zombie intro, I'm like, hell nah, bruh. Nope. So I head back, and your partners are gone. And I personally thought this was funny because Chris is just like, man, where did y'all go? Hey, hello? Like, it's just fine. Like, bro, you just saw a flesh-eating zombie eating your homie's face with a side of fries. And Chris is just like, hey, man, I wonder where they went. Like, bro, what? But starting out, the mansion itself was scary as hell, man. It was extremely eerie, and that there were two things that gave me hella anxiety immediately starting out. First, what in the hell is this typewriter ink ribbon BS? You can only save as long as you have ribbons, so you gotta plan your saves. I never experienced that ever, that you have limited amount of saves. So once I found that out, I'm like, oh hell nah, bruh. Hell no. And then the camera angles being like really like set angles or whatever, I was used to that because, you know, older games there was more common. But playing it for a little bit, I realized that when I go into a new room, I can't see what's in front of me. And I gotta go full panic mode and just hope to God there's nothing that I run into, bro. This game was a whole experience where I just kept anxiety on me, bruh. It never left. Every time I booted up the game, PTSD and anxiety just started immediately. The entire time, it never left. That's what made this game so like, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God. When I played this game, it had me hella scared. Gameplay wise though, it wasn't bad at all, to be honest. I know it was the HD remaster, so I mean, it was fluid, it was good. As far as combat controls go, I had zero issues with it. The layout for the controls was a bit odd, but I figured for an older game, it's still really good. Combat was solid, I had no issues with gameplay wise, other than the camera angles, but I feel like that added to the horror, so I really can't fault that. I think it did its job, because the camera would have me scared to go into a new room or turn a damn corner, man. I'm not even lying. Then you walk down a hallway, dog jumps through the window, I screamed like a bitch, and I couldn't hit those dogs worth a damn. I died to those things multiple times, man. God, I'm so sick of those stupid dogs. And speaking of dying and realizing you didn't save, bro, I threw my controller down multiple times and went to sleep because of that. Resident Evil 1 had me legit rage quitting, man. I was so pissed off at this game. But man, I kind of respected that because it was so just a throwback to how awesome older games were just so difficult and hard. They just did not care. And look, if you like these first time journey videos, me going back playing classics I miss, getting stressed out, confused, amazed, talking through the whole experience, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, because if this video does well, Resident Evil 2 is next. And I already know y'all are going to want me to suffer through that too. Now I gotta say, on the puzzles, some of these puzzles were just hard as hell for me. That stupid ass jewelry box, could not figure it out. Had to look up a picture, tried it for like an hour and a half, couldn't get that done, so I am ashamed of that. I legit am, but I hate puzzles. I'm not good with puzzles, like legit puzzles. And I would have asked my wife to be like, yo man, help me with this puzzle, but she was asleep because again, I was playing this at like 2 in the morning. So I really couldn't ask her because she loves puzzles, and she would have had this done in like an instant. Had to look it up, couldn't figure it out. It pissed me off so bad. So if y'all did beat this as a kid, leave me a comment down below saying you did, so I can choose to not believe you, because there's no way in hell you beat this as a kid. And as for the backtracking in this game, this game and all its successors for how much backtracking this game has. I get to my box, get my weapons, get some ammo, get some heals, then I gotta go pick stuff up. Oh my god, no room. Let me go back, or I can only pick up one thing. Oh my god, no room for the second item. Let me go back, try again. Oh my god. And then, let's just be honest here. What gives with the 6 damn inventory slots? Fuck off, Capcom. 6 spots? Really? An old woman with a broke hip can carry 6 things, you bitch. But yeah, I like some of the puzzle difficulty, but the inventory space and backtracking can go fuck off a bridge, because this game really had me scared to go anywhere. A new room, panicking. A hallway, panicking. A corner, panicking. A random door opening animation. Speaking of that, let me just go ahead and clarify this, right? The moment that I opened the first door on this game, and that stupid ass door animation would just make you wait there and then open it up real quick, the entire game, not gonna BS you, every time I opened a door, I expected a zombie or something to like scare jump me the whole damn time. Not once, not one scare jump. Oh my god, I don't know if Capcom did that on purpose, where they're like, oh my god, people's gonna expect this and we're just not gonna do it, or they didn't have the hardware, the capabilities to doing it back then. I think they did, but I don't know what it was. I personally think Capcom was like, oh, they're gonna expect this, so the whole game they're gonna expect this. We're not gonna put a creepy ass animation in the doors, so then the whole game they expect it and they don't get nothing. It's gonna be hilarious. I think Capcom did it on purpose, because like, Jesus Christ, dude, what was that? And then you leave this cabin thing, right? And like this cutscene, you finally get back to the mansion, and this cutscene of what looked like a werewolf is chasing you, right? Happens, and the whole time I'm like, what the hell's that? And I'm seeing in the cutscene, like he's like on his way up the route that I just went. And I'm like, oh my god, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? Like, dude, I was not ready for this game. I was not ready for this game, bro. And then that big ass snake. Nope, I was terrified. I cannot stand snakes. I hate snakes. I used to like snakes when I was a kid. I don't know why. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me, but I really did like snakes. And I mean, snakes don't really bother me like huge or whatever, but I don't like snakes. I think I don't like snakes because when I was a kid, I woke up with a snake crawling around in my bed, a random ass outdoor snake crawling in my bed. Scared the crap out of me, so I think that might have been part of the reason I don't like snakes. But one thing that kills me to deal with, that I cannot deal with, is spiders.
Why spiders? Why couldn't it follow the butterflies?
Spiders terrify me, dude. I'm not really like arachnophobia or whatever. Like, I'll kill a spider like it ain't nothing in real life. But like these giant ass spiders that you see in like games and stuff, nope, cannot deal with. Like those Australian spiders you see that's like big ass spiders. Nope, I could not live in Australia because of those big ass spiders. Even that spider fight in Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets for the PS2 messed me up when I was 8 years old. Nope, I cannot stand spiders. I hate spiders. But eventually I got through it. Now, I will say it gave me a flamethrower, so that was pretty dope to use a flamethrower on that spider, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, the way they move in games, I can't deal with that. Talking about the story though, the story itself seemed very vague to me. It's more like just kind of keep exploring until we give you a cutscene. And by the time I got to the lab for the final stretch, now again, I was saying to you, anxiety and PTSD never left me, right? So by the time I got to this lab and the final stretch, I'm like, damn, bro. Passwords, MO disc, lock rooms, power elevators, finding Jill, all this random umbrella stuff. I'm like, bro, I am tired. God, man. Because I'm thinking, okay, I put this elevator together. I got this other elevator. I got the power back on. Now this stuff ain't working. I got to get the power back on here. It's like, bro, how many damn doors ain't working in this mansion? Like, for real, fam. Like, I'm not your damn maintenance man, all right? But I will say, when I finally got to the end and I found out Wesker was behind it, I'm like, man, really? We've been through all this, man. You fixed the doorknob for me, fam. You left me heals, bro. Like, and you... Like what? I mean, dude was playing maintenance man the whole time, so like, kinda how was it not Wesker, you know, when you think about it? Because he fixed the doorknob and, you know, he's just walking around, and obviously he felt comfortable enough to leave your ass in the beginning of the part of the game, so, you know, how was it really not Wesker, I guess? But that ending though, I'm kinda conflicted, because I saved Jill as I'm leaving, we dipped on a helicopter, and like, that's it, right? Like, nothing. Now, no, what's weird is, I think Jill might might be infected because she took on that zombie in the end. She's like, go ahead, Chris, right? And you go up there by yourself, and then she comes out holding her arm. So I think she might be infected. I don't know if they're in Resident Evil 2 or not, or if it's somebody else. I have no idea. But like, everybody's notes said in the mansion the T-virus is infecting everybody, so why would it not affect them? And I'm just thinking, you know, what the hell, man? Y'all just rode off on a helicopter with a sunset, like, yeah, we made it, baby. People's dead, bodies everywhere, zombies, everything in the mansion, and y'all are just like, oh, well, you know, we made it. Nah, man, there's gotta be some more to this, fam. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty irritated at the ending. So, you know, I mean, I don't really know how to feel about that. There's gotta be some, like, tie-in stuff. I know there are some other games like Resident Evil 0. I think it's like a backstory to the mansion incident or something. And you have like Code Veronica. I don't know if that has to do with this or not or whatever. I don't really have any idea about this, but this game was eerie and creepy as hell. But man, my final verdict for Resident Evil after playing it is, I gotta say, I know why this series is seen as one of, if not the greatest survival horror games ever. I mean, they just kill it, bro. Like, I've played Resident Evil 1 and Village. I can definitely say this is one of the best series I've played, and I cannot wait to play more, so I really hope this video does well. I gotta give this a solid 8 out of 10. The only reason I can't give it a 10 out of 10, or maybe I should give it a 10 out of 10, because again, anxiety and PTSD did not leave me for this entire game. Like, I was terrified the entire time. So maybe with that, it is a survival horror game, so maybe I should put it on a 10. I don't know. If you ask me right now, I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10, maybe a 9 out of 10. It's definitely a solid ass game for sure. Again, like I said, I really hope this video goes well because I want to keep going through the series. And if you also want to see more first time journey videos like this, click whatever I put on the screen right here. I'll have my playlist up so you can check out more videos like this. But that was my experience playing Resident Evil 1 for the first time. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Peace.